Thank you for spending a few minutes with us today to learn more about Coldwell Banker's luxury home marketing program, called the Previews Program. My name is Chris McGatt, and I run Coldwell Banker along the Front Range of Colorado. The question would be, do you intend on listing a property over $500,000 over the next year? If the answer is yes, I think you'll find this information very helpful and very informative. You know, Previews across the country is the market leader in the luxury home market. In fact, no one sells more properties in Coldwell Banker, over $1 million, than any other company in America. In fact, last year we sold nearly 14,000 homes priced at over $1 million. The average sales price of a Previews property was $1.85 million. We really are the specialists in that marketplace. In fact, every single business day last year, on average, we closed nearly $70 million of million-dollar-plus inventory every single day. If you look right now at the market, all across the country, of the top 5 highest-priced homes in America, 3 of those are listed by Coldwell Banker. No one puts more trust and confidence in the luxury home marketplace than folks do with Coldwell Banker. If you look at these communities all across the country, Marin County, Newport Beach, Beverly Hills, Brentwood, go over to the East Coast. You look at Miami, South Beach, you look at Boca Raton, Fort Lauderdale, West Palm, Chicago, even Boston, and in fact, 100 other communities all across the country. What you'll find in common with all of these is that these communities command between 25 and 75% market share in the luxury home market. Let's take a closer look at our marketplace along the Front Range of Colorado. Looking at these stats here, you'll see that 2006 was the high watermark, if you will, with nearly 4,500 homes selling at over $500,000. Now, we define that as a luxury home market based on information we have from the NAR. NAR tells us that the luxury home market in any given marketplace is defined as that market that makes up the top 10% in sales price. So we peaked in 2006, we started to taper off in 07, 08, 09, no surprise there. But a very interesting thing happened in 2010. In the metropolitan area around Denver, we noticed a 12.2% increase in the number of units sold over $500,000. In fact, looking at the Northern Colorado marketplace, that number came up to nearly 24% increase. So it's a very active market. As we look at the Front Range market in luxury homes, we are noted as being the number 1 seller of luxury homes along the Front Range with a 10.3% market share. Looking at the ultra high-end market, that market over $1 million, we're not number 1. We need to be, but we're not. We're actually number 3. So there's room for improvement there. At the end of the day, we had some really impressive numbers. We sold nearly 434 homes over $500,000, and we sold nearly 61 homes over $1 million. So the question is, what are we doing locally to affect change and make sure things are happening in the right direction? We look at our prior Previews program, we didn't have a lot of depth to it. We were really, I would say, really working off the coattails of what was happening nationwide. We made the decision that we needed to do things differently. And quite frankly, the old adage, the old saying that if you keep doing things the same over and over again and expect a different outcome, it is the definition of insanity. So we sat down with a group of people. We call it our Previews Board of Directors. It's a group of folks that are highly involved in the upper end marketplace along the Front Range. And we asked them, what would it take to make a difference in the market for us to be able to gain significant market share by providing better service to our clients and customers and ultimately to our agents? In that process, we made the commitment to increase the market share by 25%. Huge increase year over year, considering it is just April right now. We are confident that the things that we're going to be putting forth today will help us accomplish that and actually exceed those numbers. We have broken it down into 3 different elements. Element 1 is our Previews property marketing. Element 2 is our Previews agent benefits that we're going to offer agents that choose to be Previews certified. We'll talk more about what it means to be Previews certified in a moment. And then, lastly, what does it take to qualify to be Previews certified? Well, let's go ahead and start with marketing properties under the new Previews program here along the entire Front Range of Colorado. What we decided was that to effectively market properties at this price point, there were things we had to do differently than we're currently doing today. We made up a list of 10 different things that we would expect an agent to utilize when it comes to marketing an upper-end home. In fact, here's what we ask. We don't necessarily require every home over $500,000 to be marketed in this program, but should you choose to market a property under the Previews program, all we ask in return is that you accomplish these 10 different steps. Let's go ahead and take a look at what they look like. First of all, we think it's important to utilize the Previews nationwide recognized branding, the yard sign. It's a marquee that goes above our existing yard sign, and that's something that we're going to go ahead and pay for. We also think that right now it's critical to have super high quality, high impact marketing, both either a 4-page or a single-page brochure. Again, big imagery, really impressive, high gloss. We're going to pay for your first 50 of those if it's a 2-sided sheet, or if it is the 4-sided brochure, we'll pay for 25 of those. We also recognize one of the best tools we can leverage is making sure all the neighbors know when a new listing hits the marketplace. So we've designed these very, again, high impact, high visual cards. They're jumbo size cards, and these will go out to the nearest 50 homes around the listing. And we'll go ahead and pay for those as well. We also believe in the day and age now that we've got to be leveraging all technologies we have available to us. The next thing is called text-based electronic brochures. What that is a technology developed by Access U2. It gives us the ability to allow a consumer as they drive up to the property to be able to text in the phone number and receive all the latest photographs, videos, and pricing information that's available on the fly, if you will, and the most current way to do it. We're going to go ahead and pay for that as well to ensure that it's on every single listing priced at over $500,000. As we have in the past, we will continue to showcase all of our upper end listings both on Realtor.com, ColoradoHomes.com, the area's highest trafficked local website in real estate, ColdwellBanker.com, ColdwellBankerPreviews.com, and of course now with our new relationship, Trulia, Zillow, as well as YahooRealEstate.com. Number 7 is probably one of the most unique things we've done. It's called the Weekly Luxury Connoisseur. The Weekly Luxury Home Connoisseur. It's a great concept. We'll go over it more in detail in just a few minutes. Number 8 is professionally produced video. We think it's really important in this price point, and quite frankly in every price point, but certainly in the upper end price point, to create a video that can be used not only on YouTube, on your websites, on your Facebook, but also on your signature line, places like that. So we don't care how you do it. You can go out and get a professional video done by Rick Mackley and his group, Rocket Media, probably the highest quality way of doing that. You can also just simply use the TV show. Either way, you'll be able to create a video presentation that you'll use in all of your marketing. And now is time to make sure those properties are featured prominently on YouTube. Number 9, a display ad featuring your property, quarter-page presence in a paid publication. So an example of a non-paid publication would be Homes and Land, kind of a take one free publication. A paid publication would be something like Colorado Homes and Lifestyles magazine, could be Colorado Expressions, it could be any magazine that people pay to actually receive. So we think it's very important to be able to identify what the right demographics are and that we're hitting those demographics. And we can do it by utilizing good, high quality, presentation quality ads in a paid publication. The last item would be professional magazine quality photography. You see, if you're doing brochures like this, or really sharp, high image work in online type, for example, we've got to have great photography. So it's important to have someone that comes out and does a super job on that. So this kind of wraps up the top 10 items that we think are important. Now, to make it easier for you, we have a document here. It's simply a one-page document. It gives you the ability to sit down with a seller this afternoon or tomorrow morning or this weekend and go through all of these items. And I will assure you that if you commit to these 10 items when it comes to listing an upper-end home, you'll blow the competition right out of the water. These are the things that really set you apart. You know, it's funny, in many cases, agents currently are spending $1,000, $2,000, even $3,000 marketing million-dollar listings. We think there's a better way to do it. Spend less money, make it more focused, make sure it's the things that actually cause a home to sell and not just things to spend money on. If you look at this at a glance, you're going to notice the company's paying for the lion's share of it. But we're asking you to contribute in the ballpark of about $400 per upper-end listing. But here's where I need your help. You see, you're my eyes and ears. When you're at the listing table, you have the ability to determine at that listing, is this home priced at a place where it'll cause it to sell? Is the condition good enough to sell in today's marketplace? Is the location good enough? See, I'm not there. So every time you decide to take a listing at this price point, the company is making a commitment to spend between $300 and $400 as well to support you in your listing. I need to make sure that it's a listing that's actually worth taking. So at the end of the day, we give you great tools to be able to sell properties in the upper end marketplace like no one else can. Now, point of reminder, you don't have to be Previews certified as an agent to market a home under the Previews program for property marketing. We believe the properties will stand on their own merits. So next up, I want to have Todd kind of walk you through some details on this that really point out the differences. So Todd, would you join us, please?
Thanks, Chris. Let me take you through a few of the property marketing items that we're going to be featuring here. One in particular is the brand new 3D Coldwell Banker yard sign, which most of you have already been using and hopefully are transitioning over to. And Aero Graphics, by the way, is the sign company that we're using that is producing that for us. With that, with the 3D yard sign, we now have the Previews International marquee writer, which we are really featuring here, and that we, the company, are going to be providing and providing, or paying and providing to you on. Along that, we have the Axis U2 800 number as a part of the marquee sign. So we think it's going to be a great asset in addition to this marketing program. We also have introduced what is now called the reserved writer. And when you take a listing, and obviously it goes under contract, and most often you put under contract on the sign, we think it's going to be very impactful and elegant, especially for previews, to have the reserved. Reserved sounds very refined. But most importantly, what we want to do there is have the consumer drive by and gain a little bit of curiosity on what does reserved mean. So the idea is to have the consumer call the agent on what reserved means when it is on a yard sign. So we'll pay for the the writer that says reserved. The other thing that you may be interested in is the Front Range Installation Company. And they will do a great job for about $22 of coming out and installing the sign, digging the hole, putting it in the yard, backfilling the dirt, and nicely positioning your yard sign. Rather than having you lug it around and put it in the back of your car and all that, it's a great service that Front Range Installation Sign Company does for you for about $22 all along the Front Range. So more information is on CBAgentinfo. Take advantage of that. High-end, high-quality professional photography is essential when marketing the upper-end listings. And we have two companies that we recommend, and that is Spotlight Home Tours and then also OBO. They do a great job of doing high-end photography. And then, of course, Rockin Media does an excellent job with the high-end, high-definition video tours, which also includes photography there as well. So, and speaking of video, it is imperative in this market, in this day and age, to have your properties shot in quality video. And whether you use the TV show or you use Rockin Media, the key is to make sure that you get that YouTube video, because from there you take that YouTube video, incorporate it into all your listings online, incorporate it into your signature line in your emails, and then all your social networking and Facebook video is where it's at for your consumers. And your consumers, today's home buyers, are looking for video now more than ever. Property brochures. We have the new and improved high quality 4-color glossy 4-page and 2-page property brochure that is that boasts the high-end, high-quality photography. So it's really imperative that you take good advantage of this. We're paying for the first 50 of the 2-sided brochure and 25 on the 4-sided brochure. The other item that we're doing here is on the back of each of the brochures, we're going to embed for you the preview story. So the high points that Chris talked about earlier about how the strengths of previews around the country and internationally, we'll put that at the bottom of each brochure, because we know that the neighbors in the neighborhood are picking up your brochures. We know co-oping agents are picking up the brochures. And for us to help you tell that story, we think it's pretty important. The other item that we have is the announcement card, or the just listed card, the 5x11. It's high quality, high gloss, big imagery, and we're going to pay for 50 of these to the homes or the addresses surrounding your listing. We'll do that automatically for you, and we'll also pay for it. Axis U2, great service with regards to text messaging right to your client's cell phones, with the high quality photography, the videos on YouTube, and then also a text description right to your cell phone or your client's cell phone. And at the same time that your client is receiving that information, you're getting a text message with their personal cell phone number right to you, right to your mobile device, so you can then call them back quickly. And then the last item is the quarter page ad. In any paid subscription, we think it's important to be in any paid subscription-based magazine, whether it's Boulder Magazine, Style Magazine, 5280, or of course Colorado Homes and Lifestyle Magazine is what we think would probably be your most advantageous publication, because it is only $249. The company pays or subsidizes quite a bit of that for you. So that is the property marketing in a nutshell. So with that, I'll turn it back over to Chris to provide some information on the Previews agent benefits in particular.
Thanks, Todd. What a great summary on all the things we do to actually market homes in today's environment when it comes to luxury properties. Let's spend a few minutes and talk about agent certification in the Previews program. Interesting concept. We're the only real estate company that actually certifies agents that have experience, skill, and knowledge in that upper-end luxury home marketplace. So with that, let's go ahead and begin with a couple different items. I'm going to have Kevin walk us through some of the key fundamentals of what differentiates you in the marketplace from your competition when it comes to luxury home marketing.
Thank you very much, Chris. Like our professional marketing for property, we also have a really nice system with very, very good steps to present you as a Previews certified agent. It starts with a very nice high-end business card. You can see it's got a little flap over the front. What a nice way to start to tell that consumer that yes, you are different from other brokers that they may be dealing with. Next up, the opportunity for you to market yourself to your sphere, your neighbors, your friends, anybody that you know, and let them know that you are part of the Previews certified program. This particular announcement will talk about you, your strengths, as well as the program in its entirety are just enough for that consumer to be really, really interested in dealing with you. And next up will be our weekly press release. That press release will be designed to feature an interesting property for the week, as well as an interesting story about you, a Previews agent. I can almost guarantee you on a weekly basis, if you were to list a property, say in that $15 to $20 million price range, you know what? That property is probably going to be featured for the week. So Chris, tell us a little bit more about what else we have to offer for that Previews certified agent.
Thanks, Kevin. This next section, called the Monthly Previews Marketing Meeting, has been really well received. It's a program based on the idea that we've got to get smarter and better at this business. And there's a way we can do that, and that's by seeing properties and seeing neighborhoods and actually meeting as a group. So here's what happens. As a Previews certified agent, you're invited to join other Previews certified agents at a specific property. We meet once a month. At that meeting, we're going to showcase the property and the neighborhood that we're in. We're also going to do wants and needs, information about the local marketplace. We're also going to do stats about what's happening in the luxury home market. Here's what we found. When like-minded top agents get together, deals just seem to follow. Once we're done with the actual meeting, we're going to hop in our cars or walk down the street, and we're going to tour 3 or 4 other properties in that neighborhood to learn more about that marketplace. The goal is simple. After an hour and a half's time, we want to make sure you have good information, solid information on that neighborhood, so when you're working with clients, customers, co-oping agents in the future, you know more about the market. Next thing we're going to be featuring is our annual Previews retreat, and this has been an amazing event. It's always offered at a destination resort, Vail, Aspen, Summit County, Winter Park, those types of areas. We've got great keynote speakers, panelists, workshops. In fact, probably the very best world-class networking we have to offer. Socializing is great information, but again, a great time to get together, talk about this unique business and how we can get better at this business. And this is something really interesting. And there are a lot of things that we do that no one else does, but imagine this. Every single week, on average, we list 34 luxury homes. Again, that's every single week, of which, on average, 7 of those are $1 million listings. In fact, there is no other real estate company that lists more luxury home property than we do. But we've got to tell that story. We certainly can't rely on our competition to tell the story. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to take this piece, electronic piece, and we're going to send this out to all of our co-oping luxury brokers. So people that are competitors that sell upper-end properties, they'll receive this every single week as well. They'll demonstrate that we understand this business and we do a lot of this business. We'll also send it out to each one of you as a Previews certified agent, so you know what's happening in the marketplace on a weekly basis, what's coming on the marketplace, what's coming available, and what prices are averaging. We'll also be featured on our PreviewsMembersOnly.com website, as well as our ColoradoHomes.com website. Here's a sample. Just a simple piece. Again, it's electronic. You can print it out if you want to, but it comes out every single week, every Thursday, for the following week's information. Simple headline, the weekly luxury home connoisseur. Nobody markets more luxury homes in Colorado than Coldwell Banker Previews. The top section here is all the $1 million properties. We'll feature a photograph as well as important information and the listing agent name and phone number. Down below this section, all the homes priced between $999,000 and $500,000. The idea behind this is simple. When you walk into someone's home, and you're on a listing presentation, you can set this down and you can show them that no one sells more property in this price point. It oftentimes brings up the question, well, why is that? How does that happen? And that's a great time to be able to go over that 10-step list of the things that we do that are unique in the marketplace. The idea is to be simple and concise, but demonstrate very quickly that no one understands the luxury home market as well as you do in Coldwell Banker Previews. Let's spend a few minutes and talk now about how we can showcase you in front of the consumers as well as your competition. And we just spent a few minutes going over what will make you better and stronger, more skillful, more knowledgeable about the market. But now we've got to be able to tell our story to people that will actually help you do more business. Our first step is a new ad campaign. It's going to go out 66 times this upcoming year. All kinds of publications. It's a simple ad, and the ad says, by the way, it's a nice visual, it'll be a high-end interior or exterior of a property. And the ad says, when buying or selling luxury real estate in Colorado, be sure to select a Previews certified agent. And below that, a PreviewsMembersOnly.com website. Here's a sampling of some of the publications we'll be in. We'll be in Style Magazine in Fort Collins, Boulder Magazine, the Boulder County Business Journal. We'll be in Denver Life. We'll be in Colorado Homes and Lifestyles Magazine. We'll be in actually a new agreement we just reached to be in Colorado Expressions Magazine, the very best demographic, the highest demographic of any publication. These ads will be featured in publications in hotels, luxury hotels around the area. So here's an example. This would be the Applause publication, their little program before every DCPA show. So let's say for a minute that you're hanging out at the theater, the show hasn't started yet, the curtain's down, you're kind of marking time, you're flipping through the actual program before Billy Elliot. Lo and behold, you see an ad. Here's the ad right here. What is this little symbol just to the left of the PreviewsMembersOnly.com? It is a QR code. You may have seen them advertising different things, but we think this is a perfect application for the QR code. So as you sit down, you click on your iPhone or your Droid or your BlackBerry. This is the website you go to. And this doesn't do a justification. It's a beautiful website, beautiful high-end background, sort of an image, shadow image of a luxury home, interior, exterior. And then we have the Coldwell Banker Preview story. And most importantly, we talk about what makes a Preview certified agent so special. Down below, we'll have a cropped-in, close-up shot of every one of our Preview certified agents. We have about 125, 130 company-wide. Now that's out of, you look at the whole group of about 1,100 agents, it's a very, very select group. So at this point I can search. You see the upper tab over here. It'll allow me to search by first name. So I may not know the agent's last name, but I know their name is John. Or I can search by last name. Or lastly, I can search by geographic area. So for example, I could say, I want to see all the Preview certified agents in Cherry Creek, for example. When I do that, all that will highlight are the agents that work in Cherry Creek. And these are agents that have done a transaction in Cherry Creek in the past 24 months. So they really are qualified to talk about this market segment. In this case, we'll go ahead and click Dawn Raymond. Dawn's professional portrait shows up here. Her lifestyle photograph shows up next to it. And then information about what makes her special, unique in the marketplace. Then there's always a click-through button that takes us right to whatever she prefers as her primary website. You see, this website is not designed for property searches. It's designed to be able to locate the very best agents when it comes to the upper end marketplace. It's our way of being able to showcase you to the consumers, the demographic that really matters in your business. The last thing I want to share with you is our yearbook ad campaign. It'll go out 4 times next year in 3 different publications. One of those publications will be Colorado Expressions, a really unique publication because it has that highest demographic that we're in search of. They're found in every single Ritz-Carlton in Colorado, in the Four Seasons, the St. Regis up in Aspen, all the right places, including the Broadmoor, those types of properties. So what you're going to find 4 times a year will be a 4-page spread. The first page, again, all high color, glossy, will be the Preview story. What makes us so successful in the marketplace? And more importantly, what makes our Preview certified agents so unique? Then the next 3 pages will all be yearbook style, your photograph, contact information, QR code link through, so you can get more information, they can get more information about you in the market. So we're really excited about this. It's a new way of being able to really look at how do we showcase our area's very finest agents. I'm going to have Kevin now talk about what it takes to become Preview certified, because this really is a special program, and it's available just to a select few people. Kevin, please help us out.
Based on the new certification guidelines, we have 136 agents who currently qualify to seek certification. We think there will be more once you learn about what is involved to qualify. First up, for your initial membership acceptance, there is a production requirement. Take 2 listings and close 3 properties over $500,000 within the prior 24 months. Education. Attend a Preview certified class that's offered 3 times annually. You're only required to go 1 time. Also, get Preview's Board of Directors acceptance. Meet with and interview with a Board of Director. Now listen, I don't want you to worry about that. It's not like you brought the wrong purse or you didn't have the right outfit. It's really going to be an opportunity for that director to sit down with you, make sure that you're on board with everything that's involved, and welcome you to the team. And next, have a professional portrait taken with a beautiful black background, something provided by Upstream Imaging or another similar photographer. And also agree to pay quarterly membership dues, and we'll talk about that in just a minute. Once I'm certified, how do you stay certified? Well, continue your education, attend that annual recertification class, or go to the Preview's annual retreat. I think you might want to take the retreat. Frankly, it's a little bit more fun. Maintain your production of 2 listings taken and close 3 transactions over $500,000 in the preceding 24 months with a 1/4 grace period. And have a fresh professional portrait. I want to emphasize the word fresh. And pardon me for just a second. I don't want you to think I'm talking to you personally, but I know some of you out there have your high school photograph. Now's the time to change that up. And remember, once they see the photo, they're going to meet you eventually. So bring that thing fresh. After all, you've never looked better. And stay current on your quarterly membership dues, which have been established by the Board of Directors at $180 per quarter. Now, to wrap this all up and put some of these numbers in perspective, let's bring back Chris McGatt.
Thanks, Kevin. At this point, you've seen the entire program. Not just the property marketing, but what the benefits are of agent certification and how to become certified as a Previews certified specialist. We're really excited about this entire concept. The idea of making sure we're putting our best foot forward when it comes to the marketing of our best homes and our very best agents. You know, this is a huge financial commitment for the company. We're talking about over $200,000 when it comes to simply marketing our agents in a way we've never marketed agents in the past. Nearly $250,000, $300,000 in the marketing of properties. This is all taking place during economic times where many companies are cutting back. Yet we've made the decision to step up, spend the right kind of money, doing the right kinds of things to ensure your future success. Welcome to the world of Coldwell Banker Previews.